Travis Wingoodsall, Jeremiah chapter 23. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, you have scattered my flock, and have driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise up unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. So you think that's Jesus, huh? So whose seed did Jesus come through? Supposed to be from David. Who is Jesus's father then? Who is a descendant of King David? Who has the seed from King David to be Jesus's father then? Simple question. Answer it. Yeah. Christian Jesus is not the descendant of King David, and therefore not who the Jews are talking about. In his days, Judah shall be saved. So, Judah was saved during the Roman period time? No, they were utterly destroyed. How could you be so led astray and deceived by the false pastors who have scattered you all over the world? This is the man like Moses, David, Moses, Emmanuel, the Jewish Messiah, a human being, seed, egg, baby, science, not supernatural, spiritual crap. So, section 103, verses 15 through 18, for the latter day redemption of Zion. Therefore, I will raise up unto Mormons a Mormon man who shall lead Mormons like David, Moses, the Jewish Christ. For Mormons are the seed of Abraham, the seed of Israel, and must needs be led out of bondage of the great and abominable church, yoking you to Jesus by power and with a stretched out arm. Scriptures are not complicated. Third Nephi, chapter 15. Are you still going to be dumb enough to believe the Book of Mormon is literal history and not a prophecy of you Mormons for the latter days? Other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice. And there shall be one fold, one shepherd. Keys of Moses is to gather Mormons who have been scattered all over the world and bring them to Zion. They're not supposed to stay where they are. That is a danger. The latter days are dangerous. People are dying. People are at war. It's just unbelievable how you fell for the con of this church. Section 45. I can keep going. I can do the scriptures all day long. For weeks. We'll just do a marathon exposing how you misinterpreted the scriptures, led astray by the false leaders of this church. You shall hear of wars and Yep, 4th of July weekend gave him a holiday, gave me a holiday. He's back. You, Travis, your video yesterday is inappropriate. Church is true. Bleep you. Bleep you, you hater. You are the enemy. And I don't understand why Mormons don't get this. They're trying to murder you. And you're saying, yay! We thank thee, O God, for a murderous prophet who doesn't take care of us, who leaves us to pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps, even when we're brand new converts. You shall hear of wars in foreign lands, but they are nigh, even on your doors. You shall hear of wars in your land. Zion and New Jerusalem will be a land of peace, city of refuge, place of safety for the saints of the Most High God. Zion is not scattered. Zion is one location, not complicated to figure out. The wicked will not come to it because they can't do wickedness in it. Can you do wickedness in Salt Lake City? Oh, hell yeah. It's becoming Purge City, Utah. And it shall come to pass among the wicked that every man that will not take his sword against his neighbor must needs flee unto Zion. That's not join the church. In your land. It's very clear. There must be Zion or you will die. There's a mass extermination event coming. And there shall be gathered unto Zion out of every nation under heaven. Again, one land, one location, not the church scattered all over the world. And they will be the only ones not at war. The wicked will not come to it because wickedness is not allowed. They want an economy to destroy other people's lives. There will be no economy in Zion. They want to steal. They want to murder. They want to rape. They want to destroy. That is not allowed in Zion. Well, Zion's not playing fair. Exactly. Go play war games elsewhere. Stay away from Zion. Go back to Salt Lake City and continue to destroy that place and burn it to the ground. Stay away from Zion. Evil Mormons. You have no clue how to read your Book of Mormon. The prophets aren't teaching you. They have led you astray. Joseph Smith, in his visionary accounts, makes it very clear that the first creed of Christianity is all wrong, abominable, and corrupt. The first creed of Christianity turned the Jewish scriptures into literal histories. The Christians now blame the Jews for murdering Jesus. And so they created the Bible and put it in chronological order from their creed, turning it into literal history. And the Pope doesn't even have the audacity to at least confess to his people that this is the anniversary of the creation of Christianity right now, 1700 years ago, right now. And the Pope is zip. An American Pope, and he's keeping the sacred secret to his grave. So that Christians, Catholics technically, Christians don't accept the Pope. So they'll never know the truth. And so Joseph Smith tells us that Christian pastors lie and deceive their flock because of the first creed, turning the Bible into a stumbling block. The Jews wrote prophecies, predictions of the future of their Christ, who I just revealed to you as a Mormon. The Jews gave you the days and the hours, but no man knows the day or the hour. Well, yeah, Matthew did, all over his book. So it means that some dumbass Christian wrote in, when they compiled the Bible together, no man knows the day or the hour. It does not belong with the original Jewish author. You have no clue how to identify a forged document when you've got them all over the Doctrine and Covenants. Section 115, Section 116, Section 117, Section 118, Section 119, Section 128, Section 124, Section 132. Forged documents of Brigham Young. Not complicated. But you have to know the original doctrine from the Book of Mormon. No priestcraft. Okay, well, what is Joseph doing then in section 119 saying the Lord is now ordering priestcraft? He made it very clear in the Book of Mormon, priestcraft is not of him. It's not from him. It's of the devil. So why is Jesus telling Joseph in section 119 to practice priestcraft in Zion? The Book of Mormon tells us that if priestcraft were to be used, it would prove the utter destruction of the people. And here section 119 says, use it for Zion. And you can't figure it out. You're going, yay, tithing. I feel so good about it. I wish I could give more than 10%. Church is so true. Are you really that retarded? Or are you just that evil? Dear God. So, to be the leader of the church of Joseph Smith, you have to have the keys of Moses. When did Joseph get the keys of Moses? The third day of Passover in the Kirtland Temple vision. Vision, not literal history. And so Joseph Smith goes on to explain in his 1838 vision, not history, that Christians deny the powers of seer, prophet, revelator, and translator. Deny the powers. That was stuff with Jesus and the apostles, whom they turned literal history. And so they don't accept Joseph Smith as a seer, prophet, revelator, and translator. And neither do Mormons. Mormons reject Joseph Smith as having visions, because they turned him into literal history, didn't you? By turning Joseph Smith into literal history, you deny him as a seer. You deny the Book of Mormon as a vision for you. Seership. You deny the predictions of the future of Joseph Smith in the Book of Mormon. You deny the days and the hours given to you in the Book of Mormon and by Joseph Smith, because you turned them literal history, just like the Christians did to the Jews. You, Mormons, are the church of Lucifer. There are, save 2 churches only, you know. You chose wrong. You didn't study. And Mormons refuse to acknowledge translation. The leaders of the church don't even have the title. That's how they oppose it so much. They won't correctly translate the Bible. Yesterday's video, I showed you in the thumbnail picture that Joseph is in the book of Isaiah. Bombshell. That's why Isaiah is talking about Joseph Smith in the Book of Mormon. The church at least told us that, but they wouldn't translate it correctly to show us that. Because it's Messiah ben Joseph. And they've got AI lying to you. Real simple, Mormons. So, Trump Eyes 2025, the war against Mormons. Armageddon. Notice how Trump pushed it to August 1st now? What did I warn you about was coming, and I warned you you're probably going to forget. You wouldn't know about it when it happened. You forgot already? Okay. Whatever. So, the Department of Justice and the FBI with the Attorney General flat out lied. And everybody knows they lied. And they're sticking to it. Jeffrey Epstein, we all know he was sex trafficking little girls. We all know this is not something that, oh, I don't know, maybe, I don't think so. We all know there were big, powerful people that were going down in flames, and then, he died in prison? There's no client list? Well, then what was Giselle Maxwell going to prison for? everybody knows. And they just come out and say, nope, nothing. There's nothing. No island, no planes, no little girls. Giselle Maxwell's just a friend. They expect everybody to believe it. This is a cover-up. And why? Because the client list got leaked. It's all over the internet. Everybody knows it. It first came out in the redacted form, and then it came out in the unredacted form. I have both. That's how I found out the Huntsmans were involved. The Huntsmans are clients. John Huntsman Jr., client to Jeffrey Epstein. I've done the videos. Busted. And so, yes, even little girl Ivanka Trump, who would then go on to become a client. Remember when Daddy said he'd like to have sex with her? Oops! That's exactly why it got silenced. Dear God. Do I have to pull the Huntsman picture out? Transfer it back to this computer? My hell. See, when they did the unredacted version, I made a new picture of it. Of course, you don't watch. How could I be true? I'm a liar because I'm not supporting the dumbasses in this of this church. Church is true, Travis. Confusion. Laying waste to sensitive snowflake Mormons who can't hack it. Really? New converts. You're just going to throw them in, and if they survive, they survive. If they can't, then they need to leave. Really? That's how it works? All of those unretained converts of yours from south of the border? Yeah, it's the bishop's fault. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault for preying upon the poor in a third world country. Not your fault whatsoever. It was the bishop's fault. The members. Well, if you didn't have section 119 and you followed all other scriptures, there would have been a bishop's storehouse with every single bishop's ward, so that the poor could come in and the poor could get what they need and want to pull themselves out of poverty. And they would thank the church for doing so. But nope, they leave the church because the church betrayed them. Scattered, destroyed, unfed. And yet the church keeps doing church news articles about how they're feeding the hungry, they're taking care of the sick and the afflicted, and yet they're not, because the news around the world says they're all dying. Who's telling the truth? Well, obviously the church is, Travis. Oh, dear God. And so for Texas, yeah, the church news even came out for Texas. Apparently, they're not even going to send the 2 token truckloads of food to last one day for a limited number of people. Instead, they sent thoughts and prayers. The church is sitting on multi-trillions of dollars, especially after this year's stock market investor trading, insider trading. And the church still refuses to care for the people, not just of the church, but of the world. The church has so much money, they can solve the world's problems, and they won't do it. They hoard the money, and they claim they're waiting for Jesus to show to give it to him. Really, Jesus needs money, does he? Oh, right, section 119 says, your worthiness is dependent upon money. The sanctifying of Zion, Salt Lake City, is dependent on money. Yeah, because that's all over the rest of Scripture, right? You're that stupid, are you? That blind to see that this church is the great and abominable church of Lucifer? Really? You're gonna hate me for this, huh? You're gonna cyber attack me, destroy me, murder me to prove the church is true. Bleep you all. Worshippers of Lucifer, and you call him Jesus, and you still don't have a clue that you're still the great and abominable church, because it's Jewish, you dumbasses. So, in Utah, there was an anti-vaxxer movement where Mormons were protesting and refusing to vaccinate their kids for whatever dumbass excuse TikTok told them to believe in. It causes autism. There's a chip implanted in your body that the government is tracking you, controlling your lives. Don't do it. Don't vaccinate your kids. And so now there's a measles outbreak in Utah. But during the Exodus year that Oak said was just going to be a test run, the Jewish Christ showed for you Mormons. Oh, you didn't know? You mean the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith were telling you the truth? And you didn't believe them? Exactly. There was a doctor who was giving out fake vaccinations. Fake. And so with Utah being anti-vax and a doctor giving out fake vaccinations, yeah, now they have government support for him to be set free from the oppression of justice. People are protesting to let him go. He's causing harm. He's not allowed to. He has a Hippocratic oath as a doctor. Do no harm. And he was harming people with fake vaccinations. And now Utahns want him free. Let him go. Let him go. And so, yes, even the governor, I think it was, Cox, let him go. He's Mormon. Let him go. Mormons do nothing wrong. It's not murder. It's not rape. It's not kidnapping. It's not destruction. Let Mormons go. And you get this from section 132. You all know it. Don't lie to me. It's a forged document, obviously, when it tells you to violate the 10 Commandments, and you'll still be fine. You'll still go to the highest degree of celestial kingdom, even though you don't have a polygamous wife. Oops. Nelson made the change. Why are you not obeying? So you really don't believe the living prophet of Jesus either? And you're mad at me because I'm mocking you for not practicing polygamy, not going out to your neighbor who has an 11-year-old daughter and saying, hey, Jesus said I need to marry your 11-year-old daughter. Hand her over. I didn't get that feeling. Hey, it's in the temple covenant path, law of chastity. You got to do it. Well, I don't know. Maybe we should talk to the bishop about this. I don't think so. Because then the bishop is going to want her. I need her first. Hand her over. Yeah, you're not obeying? Yeah, disorder. You get to choose right now. You have your free agency. And so, I've warned you about AI. You've seen the results. They're bad. AI needs to be shut down. It's a national security threat. It's causing harm. And so, yet again, it destroyed Wimbledon. The Super Bowl of tennis, destroyed by AI. AI also has now come out. People have done a study on the effects of AI, and it's actually making people dumber. People are not studying, they're not reading. They let AI do everything for them. And as a result, what a shock and surprise, it's turning people dumb. Mindless drones. Just like on the 60s Fahrenheit 451 movie from the book. Oh, you don't see that? Did you see the Amazon reboot? That was a pretty good reboot. Amazon does good movies, TV shows. I don't understand why they delay putting them on DVD. That's stupid, Amazon. You're already having people pay to watch it through a streaming service. You then are the sole source for selling the DVDs. Why do you wait on the DVDs and make people watch the Prime stuff? You're getting paid either way. Release both at the same time. Hello? Hello? Do you not want money? You're putting in a whole bunch of AI robots to run your systems to replace humans, and you can't make DVDs for us? It's bad enough that you can't get in a contract agreement with Disney so that the Disney TV don't have DVDs through you, so that the Marvel TV doesn't have DVDs through you, so that the Star Wars TV don't have DVDs with you, so that the Simpsons don't have DVDs through you. All because you're having a spat with Disney over a contract agreement? Dear God. It's like rich don't want money. We have enough. We don't need more. You know, even the church can make a lot more money for Jesus if they just merchandised. The Nelson doll. I mean, action figure. He talks. Keep the covenant path. Pay a full tithe. Church is true. $1 billion idea. So instead of talking Elmo, talking Nelson. I love you. Feed Jesus. Not my sheep. How did you miss this? Here's our thumbnail picture. How can you be so retarded? How, Mormons? How depraved can you go? You've already surpassed the 7 levels of hell. Nobody knew there were more levels below in the underground basement of Mormonism. Dear God. And so, Trump at least wanted to provide the church with some money, despite pushing things back again until August 1st, right before the date that you all forgot. And so there was still the apprehension of the Japanese tariffs, so that the church can pull out a few extra billion to add to feeding Jesus. God. And so, yeah, the teachers union have now all agreed to put AI throughout the whole school districts of this nation. When AI is making people dumb, destroying Wimbledon, a national security threat, telling people to kill themselves, and it's now going to be plugged in to every school system in America. That it can't tell the truth about the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith. Yeah. Meta just hooked up to all the nuclear power plants. Yeah, this is going to go great. The first time ever used in a presidential election, and everybody voted for Trump. Women who lost their rights, and Trump took credit for it, they then voted for Trump. Oh, you took away our rights? I'll vote for you. Blacks, go back to the bleep hole country where you didn't come from. Mia Love showed me no love, and now she's dead. Yep, you voted for Trump. Undocumented. Voted for Trump twice, illegally, on bamboo voting ballots. Voting ballots. It's a tongue twister. Getting all excited. Voted for Trump. LGBTQ, I hate PO+, and in Canada they added 2S, whatever the hell that is. You voted for Trump. The Democrats, they actually love Trump. They voted for him. The deep state Dem press, the fake news, they voted for him. And in Kirsten Gillibrandt's district, they voted for her as a Democrat, and then didn't cast a single vote for Harris. They voted for Trump. And the day after the elections, everybody's in on AI now. Oh my God, it overthrew a presidential election. I'm in. I want all the stocks. And just like Jeffrey Epstein, nope, didn't happen. Nope, didn't happen. Truth isn't true. Reality isn't real. You're not really here. You don't exist. Oh, God. So, yeah, Trump came out saying that he's bumping it back again to August 1st, saying everyone's going to pay. Anybody listen to Michael Cohen to understand what he means by that? I warn you, you don't listen, you don't believe. And so, Fox News is still trying to incite violence in America to cause a civil war by claiming that there's deep state Dems who voted for Trump who are attacking ICE. They're going all in. Just extremism, inciting the Fox News viewership to attack all Democrats, because that's what they're doing. ICE are the bullies. Fox News is defending bullyism as bullies themselves and attacking the victims to victim blame the victims, to cause war, because everybody else is just caving to Trump, just rolling over. Okay, Trump, you want my arm? Take it. You want my leg? Take it. Go ahead, take my life. I don't care. I'm not going to fight. I voted for you. In Utah, the IRS now came out and said that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints can continue. Yeah, they claim things. Oh my God, seriously. Everybody knows the church sponsors, endorses political candidates. The IRS says, yeah, they can do whatever they want. Church and state, one and the same. IRS, huh? Yeah, IRS under Trump. That's what. And so, yeah, Mike Lee, yeah, he won because he's the Mormon. And because Biden was a spineless coward who failed America, didn't keep his oath of office to obey the Constitution. And, maybe you can blame it on his mental retardation that kicked in. But that's why he has other people around him to say, Mr. President, are you unfit for office? Is it the 28th Amendment to remove him, or 27th or something like that? Maybe the 21st, I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I don't memorize. I use references. So, also pay attention. SCOTUS said that Trump can fire the federal governments. All the federal agents can be fired. So expect that in the coming day. So, no National Forest Servicers at the parks here in Utah, all going to be fired. And you thought that having less staff was a problem. But they're a Mormon. Why are they getting fired? Here's something interesting that Utah needs to pay attention to. Apparently, Utah has no laws protecting youth from conversion therapy. Even though in 2021, we all know that conversion therapy was stopped in the state of Utah. I thought that was with a law. Nonetheless, apparently it didn't get passed on to the national news, to the national government news, because the government, as of 2025, still thinks Utah is on the list of states that allows conversion therapy. I'm pretty sure 2021, I covered it in the news. You know, psychologists torturing human beings, thanking their American liberators from World War II Nazi Germany. But Wisconsin has been allowed by their Supreme Court to ban conversion therapy because they're on that list with Utah. So that's interesting. That probably won't last long. It's probably just a mistake, and those judges will be locked up for insurrection. Oh, yeah, another AI scandal. Let's just embrace AI, shall we? It now is impersonating government officials to fool government officials around the whole world. Hello, I'm President Trump. Please send me money today. What? On my cell phone? He uses the hotline. Okay, I guess if Trump asks, I'll help him. I voted for him too, even though I'm not an American. Not living in America. I voted for him. Oh my God. And so, Trump also is threatening to have a federal takeover. Pay attention to Michael Cohen and how you interpret Donald Trump's words. A federal takeover of New York and Washington, D.C. Pay attention. Scriptures are so true. And you don't believe. Not even John Taylor. You didn't believe. You don't believe. What do you believe in, Mormons? Is being a Mormon just a title? And so to finish it off, Canada, in Quebecois, their military was forming a coup. They're going to cause terrorist acts of insurrection to overthrow the government. The military in Quebecois. And so when they got caught, they all gave an official public statement. Sorry. And all is forgiven. No, they're going to prison. Oh, Canada, the 51st state of the Union. They're still in denial. They voted for Trump too.